I'm just going to say this. Prey might be one of the better Predator films we have seen in years, and it's unfortunate it is not going to be seen in cinemas. What's up, guys? It's me, Bobby, talking about Prey here, launching on Disney Plus and Hulu August 5th, 2022. And I got to tell you, I liked this movie a lot more than I thought I was going to like it. I watched the trailer. I was a little bit lukewarm on the trailer, going, okay. It's a prequel. I get it. You know, it's set in the 1700s. It's the Comanches versus the Predator. How the hell are they going to beat this alien warrior species that's got, all this modern weaponry? How are they going to do it? And then I thought of the original film in 1987, and I remembered that nobody could beat the Predator with all the machine guns, all the body oil, all the 25-inch biceps that we saw from Carl Weathers, Jesse Ventura, and Arnold Schwarzenegger. No, it took Arnold getting all covered up in mud so the Predator couldn't detect his heat. And then he used sticks and ropes and rocks. He used his primal abilities to beat the Predator. If you think about the movie in that context, this movie makes a lot of sense. But then you probably think, oh, okay, yeah. But now this movie's got that. Now it's all about the female lead being the hero. All the guys are no good, right? Wrong. Did you watch Aliens? Did you watch Terminator, Terminator 2? Sigourney Weaver, Linda Hamilton, respectively. Did you watch those films? Did you think that back then? Because if you didn't, you're not going to think it on this one. Amber Midthunder, her character is essentially a Sigourney Weaver, Linda Hamilton, tied into one, but set in the 1700s with this Comanche tribe. That is the movie. If you're thinking the guys are weak in this and the women is all strong, you're wrong in that again. Without the men in this Comanche tribe, she doesn't take on the Predator by any stretch of the imagination. This is a team effort. This is a film that will surprise you in that regard. So if you're thinking this is going to be some quote-unquote woke film, it isn't. It isn't, guys. Throw that thought out of the way. Dan Trachtenberg did a great job balancing this out. He gave you context of who this character was from the very beginning, why she's doing what she's doing, and you get this sense that it's not a Rey or Mary Sue kind of character from Star Wars, Force Awakens, Last Jedi, The Last Skywalker, none of that stuff. No. You're getting that this character has something to prove because her father passed away, giving you a little bit of insight to the character right now. And her brother is a great warrior, and she wants to be a hunter and a warrior as well. And so she's striving to do these things, even when she's not supposed to do it. This is not part of their culture in the Comanche tribe. The women are they take care of the home and cook and things like that. She's doing something out of the norm. And there's a reason for it. There's a drive there that she wants to prove to herself. Okay, I respect that. I like that. And the fact that she is not perfect and she makes mistakes along the way, but she does use her brain, makes it interesting, and it makes it a different dichotomy than what we've been used to seeing out there from a lot of these films that just try to push out agendas. We're not getting that in this film. I'm just putting that out there so you guys can just cool your horses on that, because a lot of people may not address it, but I'm going to address it to you straight on. It ain't that kind of film. Okay, great. Getting back to the premise of it, we've already seen the trailers, which is pretty much the movie. It's unfortunate. The trailers are like a TikTok cut of the movie. And I wish Disney or 20th Century Fox would have added a little bit more suspense, so we kind of go into this movie not knowing exactly how it's going to play out, but you kind of do when you watch it. But nonetheless, it is still fun to watch. There's some glorious kills in this film by the Predator. He's not the Predator that we've seen previously. This is more a primitive Predator with different weaponry, not as advanced. So that does make it a little bit easier to digest when you're watching him fight the Comanches and vice versa, because you understand, okay, that there are some limitations with this Predator. And this Predator is a little bit different. I would say we don't go much into the exploratory aspect of this Predator as much as I would have liked to have seen. Because, in all the Predator films, we kind of know, if you watch the series or the franchise, you know that they are on Earth to hunt. They're collecting trophies. But if you never watch any of the other movies and you're watching this as your first Predator film, you would have no idea, which is a little bit unfortunate. I think that's a misstep in this film. They could have given a little bit of backstory. I mean, look, in every Batman movie, you always get some sort of scene where Bruce Wayne is with his parents and they get shot. Even if they just show it as a flashback, you get the premise so you understand why he's the way he is. But you don't get that with the Predator. And I feel like hopefully they will do a little bit more of that in the future if they continue on with this franchise. So at least we get something. I mean, it's nice to see, right? At least something refreshing. But nonetheless, this Predator does have some... He's still trying to figure out what this planet's about. He's trying to figure out who's the aggressor, who's not. And there are some aspects to him where if you don't attack or you're not aggressive, don't hold anything a threat to him, he doesn't attack you. But if you do, well, good luck. You know, you might not have a head anymore, a leg or an arm or intestines, but yeah, there's some glorious kills in this, folks. You're going to love that. But nonetheless, this film does go on an interesting journey. And what I like about it is that you do see aspects of the Comanche in this that is not a two-dimensional aspect. You see more of a deeper dive into their culture. So they're much more of a three-dimensional, multi-dimensional Native American tribe. So they're not just the warriors, the bad guys that we'd always see portrayed in the American Westerns, but there is other elements to them. You see that, again, that respect for the land, animals, nature. You see that, and then also you see the French poachers that are coming to this that are against all of that. They're out there for hides, for money. You see that dichotomy happening and coming into play, but then also the predators mix in this as well. And it's interesting that there's a lot of different layers into this film that they kind of tie into it. Of course, it's in a shorter runtime. If you really want to get more exploratory in this, you could make this quite a long film if you really want to get into that. But, Dan Trachtenberg does keep it at a very fast pace for the most part. I think the first part of the film does drag a little bit till we get to the predator coming into play. Then it starts getting to be a little bit more exciting. Until then, it's a little bit like setting the stage. But I almost dozed off a couple times watching this at home because we had to watch it on our iPad because, advanced screening with massive watermark on the front of it. That's another story for another day. So when you watch this film, you're going to get elements that when you see if you go back and watch the previous films, you're going to go, I get. There's a consistency that goes along with this. And if you go back to Billy from the 87 film, Native American, this as well, you get a sense of that pride, that heroism that he had when he faced off with a predator, what everybody talked about back then. You see that element here in this film, but it more into a deeper dive. And I like that it kind of ties in a little bit. It's not part of the same tribe or anything else like that, no, but it's interesting how that sort of correlates in some way, shape, or form. Interesting. But nonetheless, I really like this film. Nothing to really spoil for you guys because you've already pretty much seen it, everything what you see in the trailer, but it's refreshing. I like it. And I don't know if they'll do a sequel to this or not. I mean, we kind of know how it ends already, right? It ends the same way for every Predator movie, but it is an interesting film, and I would say give it a shot, watch it. You will be very surprised. Anyway, those are my thoughts on Prey. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. With that, check out more of our videos right here. We'll chat to you soon.